So as you guys probably know, next update in Jailbreak, we are getting a new robbery. So what exactly could this new robbery possibly be? Well, the other night I messaged Asimo on Discord and he gave me some clues to help us with identifying this new robbery. So a lot of you guys might be, quick to point out, there's a random cargo boat over here, okay? There's this random boat silhouette here. It's for some reason going through an island right now. I don't know why it's going through an island, but it just is. So people have been thinking, it's definitely gonna be a cargo boat robbery. I mean, after all, Mad City has a cargo boat robbery, so, Mad City copied Jailbreak, Jailbreak copied Mad City, like everyone says for some whatever reason. I honestly don't get it. It just seems very plausible, because if you think about it, we have the, train right now, right? We have a cargo train. We also have a cargo plane. And we're only missing one thing, and that one thing is a boat, because when it comes to like transporting goods, we have trains, we have planes, and we also have boats, alright, big bad boats over there. And there's also trucks, but we're probably not gonna get a trucking update, robbery, whatever. I don't think trucks in Jailbreak really fit that well. I don't really see that many big semi-trucks going through downtown cities, alright? The first Jailbreak summer, we had jewelry store, okay? It was like a random building here that got yeeted and made into a jewelry store. Then we got the museum. We had the radio tower there and it got yeeted and turned into a museum. And then finally, in 2019, last year, there was a map expansion. And as part of the map expansion, they added in a power plant here. Or at least we thought it was a factory at first. It had no use. And then a month later, boom, power plant robbery. So going by historical trends, it's probably going to be something around the map either getting yeeted out of here, or it's already added in game and waiting to be converted into a robbery. So, now the question is what this robbery could possibly be. And in order to, guide us through here, we have to, get some clues from Asimo himself. So here's what Asimo gave me. I asked him, if we're gonna get a new robbery next update. So he says, yep, we are. So he says it's gonna be different from our others. And I was thinking, cargo boat, aircraft carrier, something, relating to this big ship in the background. And then he said, I'll say this much. No E-circles, no puzzles, no standing in vaults, basically. How could it possibly work? But he left out one thing, and that was punching stuff like the jewelry store. So I asked him that. And guess what? He says no. So it's going to be a unique collection, and he's not saying anything more until, like, the week before the update. So that leaves us with, still a wide, variety, okay? So we're gonna, think about all sorts of, robbery ideas that could possibly, be related to this. So obviously, the first thing we have is obviously a boat. And if you know anything about the Mad City boat, it's you stand in front of something, a thing goes kaboom, and then you walk inside, stand there, and get some money. And then you probably realize that Asimo says there's no E-circle and no standing in one spot to get money. Which means it's probably not going to be related to the Mad City boat if it is a boat robbery. What I feel like it could be is you go inside of the dock here. So you come over here to the port over here. This is where all the boats dock. And the reason why this bridge goes up and down is that you're gonna have to let a boat in. You're gonna let a boat in to this dock over here, okay? And you might have noticed we have a crane. So these cranes are usually used to load all of these shipping containers onto those boats. So what I think could possibly happen is we come over here to, the boat. The boat's gonna be, you can't get on there obviously because there's really no access point for the big, tall cargo ship. Instead, you're going to be operating the crane. And you're going to have to use WASD or a whole bunch of other stuff to drag this crane hook and somehow, just pull off cargo containers off the boat. And then you load them down over here. And then what you got to do is go inside and, you do something with the crates, or you unload them and turn them into the cargo plane or a special area or something like that. Because we know that, you can't use E-circles. And I was thinking, if we come over here, drop the crates and we bust them down, then we would have to, use E-circles or pressing the punch thing. But hold up. Instead of punching stuff, alright, instead of, going F, jewelry store. You made me die. Press F, guys. F in the chat for this baconator that died. Creekcraft that died in the jewelry store. Alright, so, instead of pressing F, What if you have a melee weapon? Alright, let's go ahead and like, get ourselves a baton here, okay? And in case you guys don't know, we do in fact have batons in here. If you go over here to the police station, there's a baton. What if we get like some form of melee weapon? And you have to use that melee weapon to break down stuff. So I never had the chance to ask Asimo that yet, but I might be able to, you know, get some clarification once I make this video here. But if you come over here, you know, you can go ahead and get like a baton or something, maybe like clunk these boxes here. Instead of using your fist to like break them down, you get an object or like a chainsaw and you cut them down or something. You like hold out the chainsaw and then you drag it down here like this, right? Instead of holding E to like, you know, pull out a chainsaw and E blah 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 blah, you know, you just get the chainsaw and just straight up cut the box open. And then what you do is once you get that, you go inside and you know, somehow load them onto a trolley. Okay, you just like, they're uncollidable, you push them into the back of like a truck or like a vehicle somewhere, and then you can drive all the vehicles to either the collector over there, this thing over here, or like somebody's hideout in the mini town or city. Seems like a very plausible idea, okay, now that I think about it, because why else would we have a bridge that goes up and down? I don't think, you know, just because we have a sloop is the only reason that is, alright? I mean, sure, the sloop is like a huge boat, but cargo boats are even huger, okay? And I don't know if they would actually design to let pirates go into here, man. Like, I don't think that's how it works, alright? So it's probably like some legitimate, like, a boat here. It's gonna come on over here, and then, you know, it's gonna open up, boat arrives, boat's gonna park over here, use the crane to come over here, maneuver around all the other crates. You have to drag down one of the shipping crates. It's gonna be like a color or like some way to indicate it. You navigate this thing using WASD with like a seat or something like right here. You go and control the crane. The thing starts moving around. You grab one of the boxes, drop it down over here. Then you know there's like a new chainsaw item or something like that. Or you use like a baton and you somehow whack the panels off the shipping container. And then you just steal all the stuff, load it onto a truck, and drive off. That seems, yeah, that's what I think it is. But there actually might be something else here. So you guys notice the crane in the middle of the city here, behind jewelry store. Okay, you remember like whenever Museum was about to come out. Asimo, you know, first nuked the radio tower, or at least he blew it up. And then like there's like a crater in the ground. Then the front of the museum started appearing. You guys know what I'm getting to, right? This crane could be building the headquarters or something for a robbery. Or it definitely looks like some business here, alright? I don't think it's a parking garage considering there's no ramps going up. You normally see ramps in parking garages for the cars to drive up. But yeah, this definitely looks like some form of office building here. And it may or may not have anything to do with like the shipping stuff. What if it's like the shipping company's HQ? And you gotta like, you know, somehow disarm the tracking here and then go rob some stuff. That would be very cool, okay? I don't know how easy or how complicated this robbery is gonna be. I seriously hope it's on the more complicated side, and I really hope it's single player compatible. Because I'm sick and tired of, you know, people at the museum 2 years after the museum came out, still being unable to hold E on the top or, you know, pull the lever. Yeah, I don't know how that's still possible, man. But for some reason, 2 years after the museum came out, they still can't pull the lever. But yeah, anyway, let's go back over here. This building could have something very important to do with the new robbery. Or it could just be a decoration. We will never know, okay? I need to ask Asimo that next, okay? Hopefully next video I can get a clarification on this stuff. So honestly, I think it's, you know, something to do with this cargo boat, okay? Why else would there be a whole bunch of small sailboats and then one giant silhouette of a, you know, big fat, you know, shipping boat in the background here? Like, you know, it's right there right now. Why else would we have a shipping boat in the background? It can only point at one thing, a cargo boat robbery. If the implementation is extremely similar, like when Asimo announces it, then I guess, you know, I kind of predicted it, okay? But trust me, Asimo has said nothing besides that one hint I told you guys earlier and showed you on screen about this new robbery. So, the vast majority of the community still thinks it's going to be the cargo ship. I'm going to go with the cargo ship as well, just because, you know, it's right there. It's literally like so obvious, alright? It is the most obvious thing right here. And, you know, there's like no way that it's not gonna be this cargo ship, alright? Like, I don't know of any other thing. Okay, maybe a car dealership. But, like, where would you put the car dealership in Jailbreak? And possibly, you know, an underwater, like, under the Alcatraz Island, like, treasure robbery. But then that involves holding E stuff, most likely. So, yeah, I wouldn't know how that works either. That's why I'm really, you know, leaning towards this cargo ship robbery. So I'm very curious, you know, what you guys think of this new robbery is. Okay, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts, ideas, questions, inquiries, whatever. And if I get clowned, then Asimo does a really good job of putting completely useless crap in the game that will just throw everyone off. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. If you guys enjoyed this, you know, speculating about the new robbery, the first hints that what we got at the new robbery, because, you know, Jailbreak always does a new robbery December and June. Last time in December was a cargo plane. Then before that it was a power plant. Before that it was, I think, passenger train. And then it was the museum before that. So, yeah, it's probably going to be a cargo boat this time. Because we had train, we had more train, we had plane. And then obviously to complete it all, we need to have a boat. So if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to press like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this new update. I'm really excited, looking forward to a cargo boat robbery that is completely independent, unique from Mad Cities, because we all know how many robberies in Mad Cities are basically copy-pasted Jailbreak banks, am I right? So yeah, be sure to press like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.